Here's a look at satellite and radar, where we do have two different fronts that are pushing through the area. One that created some inclement weather yesterday evening. We had some showers and gusty storms that rolled through the east side, and now we're behind that. But we have that secondary front that's pushing off of really Wisconsin, getting closer to Lake Michigan, that is, and that will bring us a cooler air mass as we head into your Tuesday. In the meantime, as we're sandwiched between these two systems, the winds are going to pick up out of the southwest before that front passes, and then the winds shift out of the northwest, and that ushers in a cooler air mass from the north. Right now we have this little pocket of milder air all around the Great Lakes, but you can see the farther you go outside of that little pocket, you're going to fall well into the 40s. But for most of lower Michigan, either side of 50 to start your day. So here's a look outside. 49 at Metro Airport, 51 in Ann Arbor, same in Lapeer, 48 in Monroe, and winds sustained around 10 miles per hour, but gusting closer to 20 miles per hour in a lot of spots. Let's walk you through, though, this wind gust timeline. So as we go throughout the day, you can see that the wind gusts will peak right around 3-4 o'clock this afternoon, upward of 30 miles per hour. At this point, we're starting to see those winds shift a little bit more westerly at 3-4 o'clock. Now, once we head into the overnight, those arrows are coming out of the northwest by midnight. So we have gusts around 20 miles per hour. This isn't going to be the gustiest part of the next 24 hours, as you see, but you're going to feel more of a difference because of the direction of the wind. So that ushers in the cooler air mass. Bus stop forecast for today. Either side of 50 at pickup, more clouds than sun. So I think that we have a chance of seeing some of that sun peek out, but it just looks like the clouds are winning out. 58 degrees for the afternoon high that we hit right around drop off this afternoon. Come tonight, 37 for the overnight low, mostly cloudy skies, still a bit gusty throughout the overnight, but you start to feel that cooler air waking up in the 30s tomorrow compared to the 40s and 50s today. Tomorrow's afternoon high, 50 degrees. So sunny, but seasonally cool for your Tuesday. Rain chances. So those will return Wednesday night. This is likely going to be maybe even after midnight Wednesday, and that'll be more impactful for the first part of your Thursday. We do dry out Thursday afternoon, holding on to that into the first part of the weekend at least, but by Sunday, rain chances do creep back in. So here's an hour-by-hour look at what we have going on here. So Wednesday, some increased cloud cover, but you see the rain, the onset of it doesn't arrive until maybe just after midnight. This is a snapshot Thursday, 1 a.m., where we have the leading edge of that. And then once we head into the later part of the day, we're drying out. So once again, right at noon on Thursday, most of that rain is out of here. So Thursday afternoon shapes up to be dry. We'll be in the 50s over the next 7 days and drier for your Friday and Saturday, but rain chances do arrive going into Sunday. And that might end up being the later part of the day, but we're still several days out to lock into the timing. Otherwise, we will have highs in the upper 50s. That's a look at your future forecast, and hopefully the weather not creating too many trouble spots on the roads this morning.
Now, forewarned weather with exclusive cutting-edge technology to help keep you and your family safe.
It's a little warmer than average on this Veterans Day, but it doesn't really feel like that because of the breeze that we have out there. If we're lucky, we get in the upper 50s, but we're pretty much close to the peak temperature of the day, given that that cold front is sweeping through. We'll show you that on our satellite and radar map in a moment. Just wanted to give you an overview of what we have to expect today. Mostly cloudy skies, then we turn cooler. Also want to recap what Sean was talking about just a few moments ago, the Holly tornado that was confirmed today by the National Weather Service that touched down yesterday at 6:56 p.m. The duration of that, about 2 minutes on the ground, and the peak wind gusts were estimated to be about 70 miles per hour, putting that in EF0, the weakest category on the enhanced Fujita scale. It was on the ground for about a mile, about 50 yards wide when it comes to the path, and just showing you where it kind of stands within that EF0 category. You have to have 65 mile per hour winds in order for it to be an EF0, so it definitely was a weaker tornado. However, nonetheless, it created some damage. Now, I want to show you real quickly tornadoes by the month. Our most active part in southeastern Michigan is really from about April to August, maybe even into September. So we're certainly not in tornado season, but the only month that we have never experienced a tornado in southeast Michigan in our history books is January. So it's not unheard of for there to be a November tornado. Satellite and radar showing the secondary front pushing through, crossing southeast Michigan as we speak, and that'll usher in a much cooler air mass tonight into tomorrow. Right now, we sit at 55 degrees at City Airport, 53 at Metro. So still a lot of 50s on the map, not a whole lot warmer than where we started the day. And now the winds are starting to shift. So we have more of a westerly wind gust between 20 to 30 miles per hour out there. And within the next about 2 hours, we'll see those wind gusts peak. So I've stopped the clock right around 3-4 o'clock, and that's where we have about 30 to 34 mile per hour winds. But going into tomorrow will still be a little breezy with about a 20 mile per hour wind speed. So hourly forecast for the rest of your afternoon. We'll be sliding, and so we might get a few breaks in the clouds a little bit later this evening, but we'll be falling the 30s before you know it. 37 is the overnight low. We'll have gusty winds, and then heading into tomorrow, 50 for the afternoon high. Average is 51, so pretty seasonal day paired with sunshine, but definitely cooler than today. Next rainmaker, let's time that out for you. It arrives midweek, but right now it looks like we spend much of the daylight hours Wednesday dry. In fact, the leading edge of the rainmaker doesn't arrive until closer to midnight or just after on Thursday morning. That will be a little more widespread throughout the first half of Thursday, but then by the lunch hour, that's out of here. So the second half of your Thursday will be drying things out, staying that way for your Friday and Saturday with another chance for rain potentially for the second half of the weekend, as we'll be closer to 60. Otherwise, we're holding on to 50s for the afternoon high for a stretch of days, and those overnight lows will be fluctuating from the 30s to the 40s. And so that's a look at your future forecast.